my god, I'm actually filming something. This is productive. My friend is in New York. He got me this. And a big bag of rocks. There's a twist in these though. Being a geologist, when he gave them to me, I just instantly started trying to identify what they were. And they're chocolate. I know, right? I showed them to my geology teacher and he was really confused by that. I've not eaten one of the big ones yet, so I thought I'd film me eating one. It all goes horribly wrong, it's really funny. I've got it on camera. It's pretty intense. I don't know why he got me tiny ones and then big ones, you know, pebbles. Would have been a good size. As soon as he got back, I was going to a Cancer Bats gig. I got this really cool top. It's just supposed to be a long sleeve, but I wear it as a jumper. It's got that, and then Cancer Bats down the one sleeve, the album DSOL down the other, and this on the back, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, and then I went off to Pembrokeshire on a geology trip, but after a while walking miles and mapping boundaries sucks. So yeah, it was something like this. Hey guys, how's it going?
Not bad, mate.
Oh, the sea, it's so pretty. Lauren's so pretty.
But it wouldn't like pull you up.
Watch it now, when a big wave comes in, watch the power and
So uncomfortable, yeah.
Hey.
Sit forward, tiny bit.
I can't, I'm literally in and out.
I'm going past you.
I'm ready to come in. Hey, so why are you vegetarian? And I was like, oh, I don't think these are eating animals and that.
Yeah, but
What are plants they have feelings too? I was like, I would die. I'm not gonna put myself out with a fucking flower. Like, come on, don't be ridiculous.
Brilliant.
Be back in the day.
Cool see. Where'd you go?
Steven.
Sarah wants to try it.
Lauren, she's not
Try it.
I'm very tired. I'm so very tired.
I got
Sarah drinking alcohol, she's an alcoholic.
Often.
When I got back, I went straight to the Biffy Clyro gig. It was the best gig I've ever been to, and I've probably seen well over 100 bands live. And I remember going out and I remember coming back, but the bit in the middle was just out of this world. I was supposed to be meeting a couple of friends down there. I couldn't find them because I got down there at past when the doors opened, went straight in, and the support band was already on. And then when the music kicked in, some guy started like a conga line and hopped off to the mosh pit. So I joined in and was in the pit, and then I got flung out straight into my other group of friends, which was cool. They were right down the front, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay here now if that's cool with you guys. I didn't realise though, they had like the main stage and they had a bit coming off to the left, and I usually come in from the left hand side of gigs, and this time I went around it. So I ended up right next to this walkway where the singer and the bass player came on, and I was like, mind blown. The set was absolutely amazing as well. If you go and Google Biffy Clyro's Opposites, you can see the cover is like this bent over tree weird thing. The background of the stage was one of these massive trees, but the trunk of it was kind of like hollow, and there were all lights going on the branches, and sometimes it'd light up, like, you know, for different songs and stuff, and it's strobe lighting. One time it looked like lungs, and they had like blood flowing up through the centre of this tree and all going out to the edges, and it was awesome. I was in quite an aggressive mood when I went. If I hadn't caught a drumstick, like being nowhere near one, I could deal with that. If I caught one, it would have been fantastic. If someone next to me got it, I would have been jealous. But I was absolutely livid after this. The drummer, Ben, threw his drumsticks on the right hand side of the crowd, and then he had some spares, and he threw one in my direction. And I jumped, and I just caught the end of it, and I was holding on to it, and I kind of like fell over with it. My hand was on the floor on the drumstick, and I was just about to get back up. Now, I'm not going to play that, oh, I'm only short and I'm a girl, so I can go in a mosh pit, but you can't possibly hit me thing. But I genuinely caught this drumstick first. I fell over, and some guys about 6'5" came up, trod on my arm, then lay on me and punched me until I let go. What the fuck? I don't use this term lightly, but what a cunt. If you're watching this, go fuck yourself. Not general people watching, like the guy who did that. I mean, oh, what a dick. And like, he really, really hurt my hand, and it was just ridiculous. When I was in the mosh pit, you could just see that he was the twat of the group. And there we go, I came home and I was really, really quite upset by that, because I've never got anything from the CIA before. And no, I still don't. I went around the back afterwards to try and meet them, and there was just some women waiting there as well. And I asked them if they'd ever met any bands there before, and they'd met 30 Seconds to Mars and My Chemical Romance, and I was at both those gigs too, so that was really cool. And they met the Blackout, which I have. But they said My Chemical Romance came out at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't wait like 3 hours for a band. If I was a band, I wouldn't bother going out to check if anyone was still there at that time. I showed them this top I have, which I've got lots of signatures on. I always wear this vest at gigs, and I thought I might as well just start getting it signed. That's signed by YouTubers as well. That would be Dan Is Not On Fire and Tomska drew that. That's signed by loads of people like Cancer Bats and Roro Tomasi and Architects, and unfortunately not Biffy Clyro. I was convinced they were sending me signs anyway. If I had met them, I definitely would have asked them about this, because I listened to the new album exactly a year after I got back from a geology trip to Iceland, and then when I opened the album cover, there were photos from places I'd been to in Iceland, like Gullfoss and Eyjafjallajökull. I love being able to pronounce that, it's so satisfying. So that was really weird, and then I went to see them the day I came back from another geology trip, and I was convinced that they were sending me signs. It was just mind-blowing, the gig. I wanted them to play Bubbles and That Golden Rule, that was about it. Then I listened to the new album, and I wanted them to play Spanish Radio, Different People, Opposites, Biblical. They played all the songs I wanted them to in one go, and that was cool, because I could just absorb the atmosphere. So here's some footage from the gig. Slightly darker in here, it's because my camera batteries were just refusing point blank to charge. I was like, don't watch Under the Skins because that will take 45 minutes. So I painted my nails and watched some SciShow for an hour and a half. But my nails are galactic now, which is cool, kind of spacey. I don't know when I'm going to see you guys again after this. I have exams, they finish in the middle of June, and I'm starting studying now. I'm probably not going to upload anything for ages, but that's a pre-warning. Please don't unsubscribe, because I will still do them. So I'll see you then.